Good morning and welcome to the Lead News Network. I'm your main host, Paige Danner.
And I'm your other main host, Issa Muniz.
As we speak, you are most likely mentally, emotionally, and physically preparing for feats of strength.
We've been able to interview the Game Master, Seven Evans, to relay the chosen games for today's events. Let's go over to reporter Maverick Brainerd for more info on the intergalactic war.
Hey, this is Maverick Brainerd with the Lead News Network. What do you have planned for us today?
A little bit of running games, a little bit of a silly game, and a very good competitive game that involves a lot of just team building and hard just working together.
What are you most excited for today?
Well, I'm excited to see everybody's cheers. I'm excited to see everybody do their cheers, see the chanting. I'm excited to see them go from game to game, chanting their team names and seeing those different chants. It's always one of my favorite parts of FOS, Feats of Strength.
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
Thank you, Maverick. Yesterday, Representatives Cecil and Mocha proposed a bill to put a ban on the mass selling and distribution of energy drinks.
Many students were hesitant to understand what this meant for the youth of this country.
But what exactly did the representatives want to ban? Well, they repeatedly told the press that they were eliminating sales of energy drinks containing taurine to those 17 years old and younger.
Cecil and Mocha defended their bill resiliently, answering every question. Students were still unsure about their stance on the bill.
We had a chance to hear how the public reacted to the restrictions on caffeinated power-ups.
I don't think that higher authorities have the right to tell us what we can and can't put in our bodies.
I believe that it could actually be worthwhile, considering that most of those, if people truly believe that this wouldn't hurt their children, and then they can just allow their kids to get it.
It was a very interesting topic, and I think that I very much agree with it.
I think it could be very beneficial for younger students and people who are not very old yet, and it can also give parents the ability to control what is going in their child's body.
It was very interesting. I thought that it had good information and valid information.
I am opposed to this bill as I'm a frequent consumer of 5-hour energy drinks.
I think this bill is good because it takes the authority to give what you think is good for them away from the government or them and into the parents' hands to regulate the amount of caffeine given to their child.
I also think it would make some of my friends really mad, and that would be really funny.
What an energetic, vivacious conference.
Definitely one that was hard to swallow.
Our next segment focuses on the legal portion of today's broadcast.
Counselors are preparing their oral arguments on whether restricting the use of oral contraceptives goes against the 14th Amendment, possibly infringing on the reproductive freedom of the people of Michigan.
Also, the attorneys are hard at work preparing a premeditated manslaughter criminal case, with both sides convinced they will win. The case will be heard in the Circuit Court of Washtenaw County on Thursday evening.
That sounds like a tropical storm.
Sure does. Speaking of tropical storms, Caleb Weather-Weidman has our forecast.
I hope it's not cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
I'm vegetarian.
Oh, over to you, Caleb.
Thank you, Issa. The weather today will be your normal Michigan temperatures. With a high of 81 and a low of 65, it will be an overcast day with a 40% chance of rain. Humidity is 72%, so get ready for a sweltering week. Nothing too crazy. And the UV is 5 out of 11. Better wear sunscreen. We don't want cancer or sunburns. Anyway, here is some unusual weather for this week. There is a tropical storm. Yep, you heard it right. A tropical storm. Hurricane Beryl started in the Gulf of Mexico and continues to sweep its way up towards Michigan and Ohio, and even onto Canada. It is projected to blow into Spring Arbor at some point this week. I had a chance to speak with a local man with a really nice shirt last night.
How are you being affected by this weather?
Well, me personally, not too much. I love a good rainstorm. It's beautiful out there right now, and we're getting some intermittent banding of weather, but overall, it's quite pleasant. A little bit worried about my house. Anytime we get large weather systems rolling through, I'm definitely a little bit anxious about that. My primary concern, I've got a friend that lives in Corpus Christi. which was up until the day before landfall, directly in the path of the tropical storm. She's getting hit by the bands from it, so she sent me some pictures, and it's not pleasant down there, but she seems to be all right.
This is Caleb Biden with the Least New Network.
That's all for this broadcast. I'm the wonderful Paige Danner.
And I'm the impeccable Issa Muniz.